Well, hello! This is Null Inquisitor, and this is session 3 of the Salvage Skies series. Today with me is Chepe and Fred! Battlemaster Fred!
Bunker Lord!
I just named your future YouTube channel. Battlemaster Fred!
Direct from the bunker.
Have his own take on RPG, with a lot of grenades and tanks.
Explosive is the word.
So we left our heroes with in a strange situation last week. They were dismantling, or were about to dismantle, a control panel to salvage some parts from it, and a creature came into the doorway of the room. A creature, human size, humanoid shape, covered in embryonic tubing, kind of a tentacular type of tubing, and the creature just stand at the doorway and went, and our hero, yeah, an amniotic mummy. So I will ask you guys right away, what are you going to do?
With my feet, I'm kind of kicking Edwin that's under the panel. Edwin! We got something on the door.
I turn around. Do I start hearing the noises?
Yes.
Stay down. Stay down. As I say this, I start reaching into my from under my shirt, and a slight ticking noise starts coming into play.
And my eyes start to grow.
I will try to do my my best Matthew impression. Oh bollocks! And he goes to the maintenance room, like the maintenance tube, and he tries to go down to hide, basically.
And I dive to the floor.
Okay.
You crazy son of a...
The creature made one gentle step in your direction and still go like...
He's coming from deeper within the building, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to rush forward past him. That is okay.
Okay.
And I would like to draw his attention toward me. And I would like to go past down the hallway.
Okay. You do it pretty much like as quick as you can. There's maybe like a 2 feet opening between him and the door. So you try to slide as fast as you can, so for the creature not to grab you. And surprisingly, the creature does very little movement as you rush past him. And you are now in like the other room, what I call the mushroom room, with the two skeletons on the floor. In fact, you're just running into the skeleton. They're just in front of the door, and the creature for a few moments just does nothing. It's just standing there, and you can see his back, and it does not react to your quick movement.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
There's a chair near me, correct? Because there's people there.
Yeah.
I will take the chair, and well, still in one hand, you still hear a mysterious ticking noise. Grab the chair with the other one, whatever kind of roll. I want to try to trip him. The chair.
You want to try to trip the creature, like...
Take the chair, shove it in the legs.
Okay. Okay. That will be a might roll. Level 3, probably.
Okay.
Let me check. Yeah, level 3.
Are you using the damage exchanging rules, or did you just want to do it for the knockdown? Just the level 3 for the knockdown.
Yeah, you can choose to trip the creature instead of doing damage.
Okay. I will apply a level of effort.
Okay.
Thankfully, I did that. That's a 6.
Oh! Okay, so you shove the chair in his leg one time, and at the second time, the creature just fall in a sitting position in the chair, just like a person would normally do in a chair. So you have the mummy creature in the chair, and now the creature start to get frantic a little bit, going like starting to get more agitated and start flailing his hand around.
Okay. I will.
So would Brad would like to do something?
Well, I'll get up from the floor.
Okay.
And stay. I'll stay.
Okay.
Still in the ring.
Let's have a speed roll against the creature
Okay.
to fix initiative. Cheppy, do it too. So it's a speed roll against a level 3, so a 9 or more.
14.
14. It's a go. Okay, so you're stunned as the creature tries to rise to his feet, but Edwin has a quicker instinct.
All right. I will kick the chair forward if possible, since he's in the chair. Like on a, is it a rolly chair or is it like a normal chair?
It's a rolly chair. You can drag the chair in the corridor. You can kick it. You can.
I will kick it further down the corridor.
You have the unusual situation where you have a monster in a chair, and you can, yeah, like doing the chariot thing. At least in a short, at a short range, you can move the creature around in the room.
I'll move him further away from Brad and further into the room, the mushroom room, and
you start dragging the chair, and you come at the center of the room where there's a small mount of mushroom and moss and earth at the center of the room. So it would be more practical for you to go left and go down this long corridor, which is pretty clean and have a good surface to make the chair roll on.
Okay. And when we'll start taking the ticking noises, they're starting to get louder and louder, and he's adjusting something under his shirt, and as he pulls it out, the little, you know the golden snitch from Harry Potter?
Yeah.
That kind of look to it. There's like two threads that are moving around really rapidly, and you hear a greater and greater buzzing noise. Looks like this is the end of the line for you, my friend. And I'm using Surging Confidence, which allows me to take an action after using an action to heal.
Huh.
Okay.
So I will do that and regenerate my points and push him down the hallway if possible.
Okay, so I would say that you bring the chair like halfway down the corridor, like a full 10 meters away, and at the end of your movement, you just let the chair go, and the chairs continue for another like 4 meters, like rolling, and the creature is flailing his hand like this, going even more frantic, like rah! But still not capable of rising to its feet. So you see the chair like getting away from you, and the creature doing a very surreal movement. and your surging confidence kicks in. The creature start to try to rise to stand up while the chair is running. and doing so fall onto his knees on the floor, and the chair like fall on the side and start tumbling a little bit, and the creature just like break in the middle of the momentum, and you see all the tubings, all the embryonic tubings on its skin, like doing like almost like an LGA movement, like very smooth, and it's like "Rah!" and it tried to rise again and stand up. So that's basically its move for the turn. That would be Edwin, not Edwin, but Brad's turn.
Well, I'll get up from the floor and try to peek in the corridor to see what the hell is he doing. And pretty much what I'm going to do.
To your right, in the small section maintenance corridor, you hear like a bang, and you hear Nathaniel going like, "Oh, damn! I just bumped my elbow into something. Ah, God! Ah!"
Hey, you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. What is this creature?
The hell if I know.
Where's Edwin?
It's not a pirate mutant, that I know.
Where's Edwin?
He's playing with his crickets.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
You can almost hear Nathaniel going into the reactor battery room to hide. Nathaniel preferring a room that was bathed in radiation for many years, preferring that to a possible explosion from Edwin. Let's go back to Edwin's. So, what are you doing?
He uses the better part of his thumb to kind of scratch lightly across his chin on the aftershave. And as the cricket comes to its full height, he'll let it release and start rolling. And before the crux of the explosion, well, my friend, you'll now know that my name is Edwin the Cricket Salvatore.
He's doing the speech!
Oh no!
May you rest in paradise.
Cover your ears!
Where there's a sky pirate that's like, monkey boys.
Monkey boy. All right. So I'm guessing you're using one of your crickets.
Yes, I am. That is a cricket. Cricket is 4 damage in radius. I'm not using the Molotov cocktail. I'm using the cricket.
Okay. I'd like to propose a GM intrusion.
Okay.
No.
So of course you can refuse.
I spent my experience. Well, did I spend the experience? What did I spend it on? I think I spent my experience. I don't think I can.
Oh, well, that's a shame. So yeah, take 2 XP, and yeah, you probably will give it to Fred, I guess.
Yes, I will of course give it to Brett, especially for the he's doing the speech again line.
So the cricket. Can you tell us about the explosion of the cricket? How does it look?
Oh, it's an actual grenade. It just has a lot of winding parts. Like, it's an overly complicated ignition process because Edwin doesn't know any better.
So it's more like a smoky explosion and not a fiery explosion.
It's more of a smoky explosion with a lot of shrapnel.
Okay. So the explosion goes off, and you see basically the creature disappear in the shock wave, and a puff and a cloud of particle, hypersonic particle with shrapnel. And you see like the blast going behind even the creature, and rapidly come back, and you see like a squared shape blast going your way. Like you see the wall resisting the explosion and just pushing the pressure where the pressure can go, and you're being pushed back like 5 meters, and you land on this bed of mushroom and earth, having your ears like ringing a little bit, and being stunned for one turn. So you're on the bed of mushroom in the other room, and like ears ringing, sitting on the floor, and and the last thing I can describe is you see the creature like halfway disintegrated. Every tubing on this creature has half of it has blown away, and you can see underneath the tubing, you can see a person. You can see like a human person, halfly burned on his body, with shrapnels on it, and yeah, you're probably too stunned to figure anything else. You just poof. You were knocked back like crazy, like.
He just sits there, like, aching in pain, looking up after looking down, and probably still hearing the noises of him walking toward him. Can't I ever say the speech just one time and things go well? That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
So yes, the creatures probably went to the floor as well. So its turn is rising slowly to its feet, and you can see the frantic movement start again. Creature is getting like in an excited state, and it could be it could be announcing that the creature will rush or dash in your direction and possibly attack. But Brad, now it's Brad's turn. Brad, you heard like a boom in the corridor.
Good Lord.
And now you hear like nothing. So for a moment you're
yeah.
Yeah, you don't know what happened in the other room.
I kind of
what are you doing?
Poke my head outside the door. Edwin? Anyone?
It's still alive.
Roll intellect.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Okay. 9.
9. Okay, you see Edwin's feet. You have this secretary desk just in front of you, blocking your view.
Yeah.
But at one end of the desk, you see like the bed of mushroom, and you see like 2 boots and 2 knees.
Okay.
And he's moving. He's moving like, and you see his head like coming a little bit, and he's talking to himself, but you don't seem to hear.
Edwin, what you doing? What you
He's
do?
out of phase. He's stunned. He's like he's in shock. He cannot hear you, and he's like he's talking to himself.
Okay. So I'll.
And to your left, in the corridor, you hear this. This scream and shout.
I'll put my mask on because now he's in the mushroom bed. I don't want any mushroom in my mouth, so I'll walk or to jog towards Edwin and put myself in front of him and the mummy.
Okay.
And try to protect Edwin to get to his feet so he can help me
So okay,
So
you do a couple of steps.
Yeah.
And look in the corridor.
Yep.
Just in time to see this creature going. Start to run in your direction. Next turn, it will come your way,
Crap.
or maybe a little bit before that.
Anyway, my action was going to be to wait to react to its action. So
Yes, to think about it, since Edwin is stunned for one round, we're going straight to the mummy creature. So its run comes your way and try to tackle you and Edwin possibly, like just smashing into you both.
at this
So what are
moment,
you,
I'll use an action
yes?
to use my skill that's called special ability block.
Block!
Block!
Does it cost something to
But
use?
of course it does. Needs 3 of speed.
It's
and
just
for
speed.
It automatically blocks any melee attack within 1 minute.
All right.
So
it does.
my
It does
tool,
just
I
that.
kind of
Okay.
take out my tool
Are
from
you
me.
using your ratchet to
Yeah.
block the attack?
Yeah.
Okay. So since it's a speed ability, I will allow you to, before the impact, make a couple of steps.
Yep.
To go in the corridor a little, and then you brace yourself with the ratchet, connect with the creature, and then you start recoiling, and you break just in front of your friend, and you completely block the attack. Excellent. And now it's your turn.
with big beads of sweat on my forehead. Come on!
Are you just staying there to maintain the creature in this position?
Yeah.
Okay, that would be your action.
Yeah.
So now it says Edwin's turn.
My name is Edwin Cricketer Salvatore. That's all I wanted to say. That is all I needed to say. That is all was required to be said. But no, everything has to go. And then as my ears start ringing, I'm supposing just a little, I start hearing like struggling, and my vision's less blurry. And oh,
Yeah.
how are you, Brad?
Busy.
Push him back. I can't do anything up close. And as I say this, I'll start like pushing forward, and I'm assuming the chair's the chair's probably exploded at this point.
The
So grab
chair is
another chair. No.
like 10 meters down the corridor,
Yeah.
and it's on the side, on the floor, that roll over.
I'm gonna shove. If shove is an option.
Like, what? Can you describe this move?
Unless getting up takes my turn, in which case I can use fleet of foot. I'll do that as well, if
No,
necessary.
you can stand up and do an action.
Okay. Well, I will get up and I will run face forward. Like I'm just like he doesn't have anything prepared, right? He doesn't have his cricket out. He doesn't have the Molotov cocktail out. Like the only thing he can do is just try to use his speed and his might to just kind of push the creature
Tackle
farther
the
down the
creature.
hallway. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not even trying to damage. I'm just trying to push him back off of Brad.
All right. So if you want to push it back, that might be a might roll instead of a speed.
Okay. That is a 3.
Okay.
So
You can you describe why it didn't work?
probably because I'm trying to rush head forward to get this thing off, since it could survive a grenade explosion. I imagine it's just that tough to deal with. I don't know how Brad's doing it. This poor little kid fending it off with a wrench.
Good health and good heating.
So you go into this creature, and it's like it's like hitting a wall made out of sponge. So you spring back to your location after like your energy being absorbed by the tentacles and the tubing on the creature. It bounces a little. So you're going back a few steps behind Brad, who is wrestling with the creature with his giant ratchet. The creature lifts one of his arm into the air and try just to slap Brad's away. And he does it like very slowly, but you can feel like it's a powerful slap, like a bear paw or something like that. Very slow, but it could mean damage. So Brad, do you defend?
Of course.
Of course.
Which would be how hard of a dodge?
Well, it's a level 3, so you can try to parry it maybe with your ratchet, maybe dodge it, roll on the floor.
Yeah, I'll roll. Try to get away from it. So.
Okay. So you leave the position. That
Yep.
could be a speed defense.
Yep.
Success. Okay, so
Whoosh.
the creature swoosh above your head, and with you see like two bings being overlapped with the movement. So when he stopped, the two bing does a secondary action like boop, boop, doing this, and he make a move towards Edwin, and I'm gonna use intrusion. Fred? You're gonna use intrusion, Fred? Do you accept? The creature would take your move as an opportunity to sucker punch Edwin with a back fist with the other hand. A move that could be hard to anticipate otherwise.
Well, I didn't see it coming, so give it to me.
Okay, so that means that Chepe received next speed too. So yeah, he's doing like a slap, take a step forward, and back fist with the other hand at Edwin, and yeah. So Edwin, how will you defend? Level 3.
Roll dodge.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm drained, so that's 2. So that's 18.
18. Okay. The hand also swoosh where you used to be, split second before, and probably you're now back away with Brad. You're one next another, just in front of this. Yeah. And in the background you hear, "Is it over, guys? Is it over?"
No.
Okay, tell me when it's done.
Why don't you go talk to those machines you like so much?
So,
So it's
got
your
any
turn,
plans?
Brad?
Yeah. Well, damn it. I'll try to swing for a knee to make it fall. Clear.
Okay.
11?
11 is good. Do you want to trade the damage for effect?
No, damage. 4.
Okay. Okay. 4.
So I whack 'em all on the knee.
Okay. The ratchet bounced a little.
What?
Again, doing like a
SpongeBob?
spongy, rubbery material. The tubing is like absorbing some of the damage. You're smashing the knee, and and creature continue to advance. And since you hit the creature in the knee, you're like in a lower position, and creature take a step towards you and lift both her hand into the air like this.
Oh, come on!
Precision. And you're on the floor like this. Oh my God, he's coming! But Edwin have his turn before that.
Take cover. As he says that, pulls out
What?
a cricket and launches it toward the face or mouth of the creature.
The mouth.
Okay. I'm probably going to adjust the difficulty. Let's see.
So if I hit it in the mouth, does that mean that the damage gets absorbed mostly by the body and Brad doesn't take the damage? Or does he take the full 4 damage as everyone else?
Hopefully.
If you want to protect yourself from the damage, that would be in like an extra level of... that would be another effect you want to add to your damage. Yeah, so let's go with a... I'm gonna make it like a level 4 to throw it in its face. And if you'd like to have another effect on that, like protect yourself from the blast, yeah, I would make that a level 6.
Okay.
Now is the time to say I have 4 advantage.
So
I'm going to use effort twice, so that's going to be 6. 2. Lowering it by 2 points. Just my effort's 2 because I leveled up stuff with the experience. But that is also why I couldn't avoid that GM intrusion. So the 6 becomes a 4, correct? So it's a 12.
Yep.
And here we go. 16.
Yes!
Alright, you throw the cricket into the face of the creature, and the cricket disappears in the tubings. Like, floop! And the creature, normally the creature is like, growling and doing some noise, and now you hear like, doing a choking sound, and you hear like your cricket going like beep 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 beep, and you just have like an instant to protect yourself.
I'm gonna
Can
die.
you describe how you protect yourself from the blast, or? Okay, so basically the bomb goes off. You see the head of the creature disappear in the mist of
Goo.
organic particle, some dark, some gray, some rubbery, and some gray matter liquid also splash everywhere in the mushroom room, on the secretary desk, on the little plastic chairs on the other side of the room. Yeah, it goes everywhere, and the creature stand for a moment, and then just drop to the floor, leaving you wondering what kind of creature was that.
Everyone will. And that's what you'll get for fighting Edwin the Cricket El Salvatore.
What?
Also forget. What? Oh, the Brad. How are you?
What?
Are you safe? Is it safe?
What are you saying? I can't hear you. I can't hear anything.
Kind of like wave his hand in front of you.
Yeah, what? That's it. Disgusting. It smells too.
Are you safe?
You want to say there's no safe is here? There's just a machine.
Good enough.
Yeah, it's all goo, eh? Damn it.
So the creature's body is laying on the floor. The head is absent, and you can see underneath the tubing. You can see skin, human skin. You can see a piece of cloth that is blue, and one of the hands of the creature under the tubing. You can see a kind of a white bracelet around around the person, the creature's arm. And upon a closer inspection, you can see there is a name tagged on the bracelet and some barcode and numbers.
Okay. So.
The question is, can you read? Give me an intellect roll.
19, of course.
Okay, it says Mrs. Clark.
Well, it's not a he, but a she. And it's Mrs. Clark. Well, was. So it's Tentacle Clark? Or something.
I prefer to think of her as Tentacular Clark.
Okay.
So,
I'd imagine that she's one of a kind.
So, the body...
it's clear now!
I'm coming! The creature's body start quivering, like shambling a little bit on the floor, doing like a post-mortem stress reaction, and start like moving rapidly on the floor. Suddenly, like jumping suddenly, like, and slowly the reaction diminish, and suddenly the corpse stop moving and return to a more calm state.
Well, that was unnerving. Okay.
Something tells me we should stop exploring and start scavenging.
Yeah, good thing. You know, if it doesn't have any more friends, too. Oh yeah.
And probably Nathaniel came out of the room, and when the bodies started to quiver, he just returned to the room like, oh my god, and just went back.
Yeah. Courage. Icon of courage, as always.
I think I saw something interesting.
Yes. On the salvaging note, Seb,
Yes. Yeah.
Does this Mrs. have anything interesting that could be useful, or like Cypher, or or anything?
Of course. Along the corridor, you see three doors to your left and three doors to your right, and you see one of these doors opened.
Because of the explosion?
No, because it was open.
Oh, okay.
So you figure out that if the creature was from this floor, it probably came out from that room.
Okay.
And you search the corpse or the body. You find nothing, but maybe there is something in that room where that creature came from.
So I'll go and peek.
Okay. So I'd say the second door to your left.
Yep.
So the door is open. You enter this room, and it's like coming in a room from the past.
Ooh. Okay.
The room is pretty well preserved. There is three places where you have beds in this room.
Okay.
Two of the beds are covered with a curtain, a plastic curtain, and the first one, the plastic curtain was tugged away, and you can see like a bed with tubings and machines, and you can see some machine blinking still.
So I kind of look at the two other beds.
You peek behind the curtains, and you can see.
Whoa. I take my wrench and slowly peek.
Okay. That I figured. You peek a little behind each of the curtain, and you can see another mummy creature sleeping on the bed, plugged in this machine, and you can see like light blinking. Can you roll an intellect roll, like level 3?
Does identify machinery?
Yeah, that you can. You're good at identifying machines.
Yeah.
Okay, make that a 2.
Okay. Roll. Whew. Got a 6.
Okay. If it were a movie, the music would intensify as you look upon the machine, try to figure out what these machines could do. You figure out that these machines are plugged into this creature in some way. You see that it's monitoring their vital signs.
Yeah.
But the more worrying detail about it is the blinking lights, who show that the machines are using auxiliary power.
That I just shut down.
And you can see that the batteries are in error mode. The batteries are not working, and it's a residual power that is powering these machines.
Well, okay.
You see the hands of one of the mummies start quivering a little, like moving just gently.
Shit. I kind of step back slowly and take the door,
close the door,
take the keys, and lock the door.
Surprisingly, the key fits.
Yes.
And you can lock the door.
Okay.
What is it?
Shh.
Why are you shushing me?
Shh. There's 2 more of those things.
Good. I need something to use my Molotov cocktail on.
Well, just before you do that, just know that, well, they're humans, but, wow, damn it, I think they were patient here. And
if he's using his Molotov cocktail in the room, maybe that would ruin all kinds of interesting machinery you have seen on the desk and around the beds. Just saying.
Yes. And I just locked the door. They'll probably die in time, so just leave it like this. The door's locked. It shouldn't be able to, well, it shouldn't be able to get out, but...
So are you suggesting that we should go and take care of the electronics up front and come back later?
Yeah. Anyway, we don't have the equipment to carry the our ARA machine in. That was, it's a bit too heavy for the barge. We're gonna have to adjust it.
Suppose this is the first of many runs.
Yes.
Fine.
At least we know there's 2 of them.
Shall we start dismantling?
Yeah, I think we could. The council are thinking we could split it in 2 parts. We just have to unplug it. It's modular.
I do not like modular.
Modular is good. It
No.
gives us less work. So back in the room, the plan is going to be to try and split into the counts, the because it's a control panel that we saw,
Yes.
and
Yes. The
try
control
to
panel. It's nearly like 12 feet long and
yeah,
like 5 feet wide, and all. You have all kinds of keyboards and
yeah.
levers
So we're just gonna have
and
to it just unplug it from the wall and just
yeah.
kind of dismantle it in half. The rest we're
Okay.
gonna have to use some type of trolley with wheels and roll the rest towards the exit.
If there's another wheelie chair, I can grab another wheelie chair. Just kind of sticks
Oh
out.
yeah,
Those are good.
yeah, yeah,
Those are worth money too.
yeah. In the control room, you had two wheelie chair, so you could use that like tape it together to make like some kind of cart and start dismantling the control panel. Yeah. So you're attacking this task head
Yes,
on.
yes.
No hesitation. Okay.
Don't make too many noise, Nate. Check the corridor.
So take note, Fred.
Yep.
So let's say in half an hour you can produce 10 electronic parts, two mechanical parts, plus two chair, two chairs,
Yes, two chairs. Wheelchair.
and probably like one radioactive part. Because of the battery room, you have access some radioactive material.
Well, we're not very equipped for that, so I'll leave that there.
Okay, okay.
Unless it's safe to carry, but we have nothing for that, so.
No, it's not safe to carry.
As soon as Edwin realizes there's a radioactive part, he'll avoid it the entire time.
Hey,
Okay.
Nate, take this.
So yeah, half an hour later, you have strapped those cards together, put everything you could. The majority of the console is like built-in, so you cannot like split it in half unless you had like a giant saw tool
Okay.
to do the job. And but you ripped apart motherboards, chips, keyboards, electronic components, wiring, copper wiring, uh, um, screen, computer screen, all kinds of electronical bits.
Oh, with delicate,
Screws,
with finesse and style.
with finesse and style. Yes, with the finesse and style expected from a salvager in this setting.
Yes.
That will be sellable and yeah, and usable by other people. So yeah, you're pretty much done after half an hour. The console has been dismantled, and now you have just the skeleton of a console control
Yeah,
panel.
the skeletal
Yeah.
frame of it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go outside with this and kind of all lift it up in the barge.
Okay. Nathaniel also helped you guy into the task, at the task. Yeah.
Uh looking at how can I say this? As weight wise, this is not heavy for the barge.
No.
We're still good to put some more stuff on it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Electronic parts are like super light.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't. You could almost fill the one crate with all the stock,
Yeah.
and that probably is worth your just the fact that you came to this place. It's probably worth it, just this run.
Yeah.
But you have room to make extra.
Yeah. So, guys, this is the question. We're good for a lot of more stuff, but what we got here, we more than made it for the 75. What we call it? Tabs that we well that Edwin spent. There's a lot of other rooms that we didn't look at. Do we want to take a peek before we go, or go now and come back later?
As per indication by Matthew,
Yes.
Nathaniel is opposed to that.
Oh, okay.
If you thought about it, that means it's a bad idea. But if you want to stay, he will let you go. He will stay in the ship and try to prep the ship to take off.
Edwin, what's your thought about it? Playing with your mustache won't give me an answer, but
Edwin has a choice. Yeah, he's waiting the against and the for, and is Edwin going to? Oh, he just dropped. Oh,
just fell into a dust cloud.
yes.
So having
And he's
sound,
back.
He's back.
having sound issues. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yes. Yeah.
He was saying, 'cause the reason why I was doing this because he was wearing his mask or
Oh, yeah,
wrapping
okay.
the
We're outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
If we went back in, I would need at least a few minutes of rest and far more beaten out than I initially thought.
Yeah.
Exhaustion is setting in.
So welcome back another day.
Another day alive. It has been an okay day for adventure so far. I look forward to future expeditions.
Yeah. Good point. So
He says this while tinkering with his cricket.
yeah, leave those alone. Now give me a hand with the door so we can shut it. So we're gonna kind of close the door back with the one we opened to come in.
Okay. The glass door.
Yeah, kind of
Okay.
shut it and then kind of put some dirt back on it. We weren't-
Shoo.
we weren't here.
Okay. It takes about 10 minutes to do that.
Yeah.
And while you're working on the door to close your site, your precious digging site, while you're doing that, you noticed something changing in the environment again around you.
Okay.
It would be like the equivalent of a clearing. There is less dust into the air. The clouds are less present suddenly, and you almost see now the light of the sky, and you almost feel like into a bubble of some kind. It's not something very cut and dry, force field like. It's more environmental and very large. You're like in a clearing. There is still duster and twister in the background and dark clouds, but the region is now like it's pretty clear. You almost feel like you can take off the mask and have a couple of breath of almost clean air. Yeah, and there's something different in the environment. There's something else different in the environment that make you pause at one point, like something changed.
Something's wrong. I look around to trying to find my intuition. Why?
You tell me about it. And Nathaniel is also like suspicious.
Nate, you got that engine running?
Yeah, I think it's good to go. I just have to remove the tarp and start the engine.
Yeah,
If we're lucky, it will go off the first time.
yeah, you do that.
If you did a good job, that is, of maintaining our ship.
I always do.
Yeah, you can, if you want, you can make an intellect roll based of your knowledge of the environment and perception,
Oh yeah.
these type of task.
11.
Okay. Is Edwin focusing on the task, or does he take a moment to also check out the environment?
Edwin is, well, he rolled a 4. So I'm assuming Edwin is
Okay.
too injured at this point, and he's just attempting to recover.
Okay. You don't. Apart from the clearing, Brad doesn't see like a huge difference, but he feels something is different, and you go back to your task, working on the door, and then suddenly it hit you. It's like a sound. There's a sound that is in the environment, very low hum, very low frequency.
Can you hear that?
No.
What?
There's a
And
noise.
it's a very low frequency humming that is far, but concentrating on it, you can definitely feel like a vibration in the air. It's almost inaudible.
We need to go now. I mean, right now.
Complaints
So I kind of rush my way to the barge and
Okay.
crank her
You,
up.
you finish the job quickly with your foot, like
Oh, yeah, you
throwing
fucking.
some dust throwing some dirt on the
Yeah.
door and running to. Okay. Okay, you climb aboard the boat, no problem. Take off the tarp on the engine and start dusting off the boat a little to help with the flight.
Yep.
Will, realizing what's going on, he'll just, or that something's up because Brad just jumped headfirst into the freaking plane. He'll grab a leap and hop on too and kind of slunk down, like in his little cupboard, like where the boat comes up against the side, and we'll just
Okay.
sleek in there, kind of like a cat would fit into a glass cup,
Okay.
liquefy his own
Okay.
body.
You for a moment, like with your reaction, Brad, even Nathaniel is on his toes, like, oh my god, a shit, and he start to start the engine. The engine cough a little, like
Come on, baby. It's nothing. Come on.
it doesn't want to start like in a clean one-shot burst, but
Yeah.
it tried to start like, and you can see some hashes and dust and.
Come on. Cough it up. Cough.
But you try to start the boat for a minute, and after a minute, you feel not stupid, but the sudden urgency of hiding yourself from danger suddenly pass, and you just look around, and nothing changed really about the environment. And
Okay.
now the engine sound completely cover the low humming. You
Yeah.
cannot even hear if it's still there or not. Since the engine is trying to just to
It's
just
just
start.
instinct.
Yeah, it's instinct. And then suddenly there's a boom, and your engine start, and now you just have to maneuver the boat however you want.
Well, we'll just kind of since it's clearer now, I can see better the environment, so I'll
Yes,
lift toward the sky and
in a straight line.
yeah.
Okay, so you move away. You see your digging site getting smaller and smaller as you rise into the air, and while you're maneuvering, it's something that is not challenging, but it occupies you.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask Edwin for an intellect roll, perception task.
18.
18. Okay. As you continue to rise into the sky, there's a clearing, let's say about half a mile from your position, and for one moment there's a clearing, and you can see a man on the back of some bipedal lizard, all covered in layers and layers and layers of materials, goggle, respiratory equipment, a spear in his back, and you can see this rider like looking at your boat like with curiosity. And it's like surreal, like finding someone here is like, it's like what? And you're the only one to see it, Edwin. Brad is too busy with the piloting, and Nathaniel is dusting the boat and pushing the broom really everywhere, dusting off ashes. And so, what are you doing?
Doing my best to pilot.
Yeah, do you plot a course for I don't know, trade points, or do
Well,
you?
damn it. Well,
I'm gonna
back
I'm
home
gonna
we
show you the map.
yeah.
Just un moment. Uno momento.
See.
See. All right, and
Boom. Okay.
boom.
We could take
So
a
you were like north.
yeah.
You were not like northeast of Trade Point,
Yeah.
the Ever Dark Rift. I believe you were like just above the R in Rift, somewhere.
About that, we were close to Red Point. That was what we know. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Um. Do you guys want to take a breather at Trade Point and see if we got a good offer for what we have, or because I know we had a potential client for these parts at the old mill, but it's your call, Nate. You're the negotiator.
Nate is probably okay going to Trade Point. There's a huge market there, and you're still in House Avalon territory, so it's like home,
Okay.
just another city. So yeah, it's a shorter run, and
Take a
it
breather
would be a
closer.
good place to.
Yeah.
The only thing will be that if you want to sleep somewhere comfortable, you will probably have to buy a room or rent a room for
Or
couple
sleep
of
in the
days
boat.
maybe, or sleep in the boat. But
Yeah.
yeah, your boat, you can do that. It's
Yeah.
not super comfortable, but you can do this too.
Hey, we're salvagers. We sleep anywhere we can.
You're right. You're right. You could probably sell your electronic parts at trade points and then figure out what to do next. How about that?
So, Edwin, what do you think? Well, we have a winner.
Okay, make
Okay.
a.
Trade point it is.
I will need a navigation task.
Yeah. That would be a 10. And I
10.
have navigation.
Okay. So let's say that half a day later, somewhere at the beginning of the night, you see the huge atoll of Trade Point showing its face, and you probably see the lights of the city before seeing the atoll itself.
Yeah.
And probably meet some other boats going in all kinds of directions, like a huge platform passing over your heads, and another smaller boat just going by you, like, and the pilot just wave his hand in your direction, a typical salvager gesture, like,
Yeah.
I see you, you see me, good day, have a nice day, kind of a wave.
So, our nameless boat that I'm starting to want to call Dusty, but I'll.
That could be a cool name.
Yeah, kind of dust its way towards the port because we can't have cleaned it 100%. So it's kind of the wind kind of takes away some of the more of the dust, and
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
come
once in
into
the blue, your boat revert to its more clean appearance. Yes.
Yeah. And we kind of docks held by guiding lights from ports, probably towards a harbor.
You find a you see like a platform unlocking itself and taking flight. So the place to dock is free itself,
Okay.
and you see another boat like farther than you,
Yeah.
far away, trying to aim for that place, but you have an occasion to like just
Oh,
take the place before it.
I kind of swindle it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you swing it, and it's just like a circumstantial. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to make a roll. You just going into that space, you will come first.
Yeah. And there we.
Yeah, and so you dock at the station. There's a dock worker throwing you
A line.
a line. Yeah.
Thank you,
He's
good
throwing the
sir.
line at Edwin. Edwin take the line in the shoulder. Like.
Dude.
Wake up, sleepy pants. Yeah, so we tie it up and turn the engine down.
Yep. And you are the dock where you decided to
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it, but just
Dock.
park the ship or whatever there is 3 levels of dock. You have a ship, you have a platform above your head, and one smaller boat beneath you, and you see like stairs zigzagging in these 3 levels. It looks like industrial. The structure of all the docks are like wide I-beam, metal beam, welded together.
Civilization.
Some with some planks and makeshift stairs and improvised stairs and above on just above your head you see a giant sign that is lit, that is well lit by a pinkish, almost fluorescent light, and you can see a large writing on the above above your head, and you see like it's a probably a big tavern inn or some place very popular. There is a lot of lights and noise and singing, and there's some heavy activity going on there. Looks like a fun place to be. And of course, there is all kind of person and dock workers and salvagers and people having conversation like just next to their boat, exchanging informations and there's all kind of people there.
Okay.
You have like a small man like 3 feet high, all in salvagers
Gear.
gear with a leather cap and goggles, pushing a cart and he stopped near your boat and say, "You guys need any hats? I have hats for sales."
Okay. Well, what did why? And
I mean, you look pretty capless.
True. Are those helmets good?
Yeah, I'm wearing this one since for at least a good month, and it's pretty warm.
Okay.
Oh! Wait a minute!
Oh.
He searches his cart and he take out like a leather cap, aviator style with flaps. But there's like and he show you the inside, and there's like a wool coating inside, like very warm coating.
Whoa.
Like, and he wave it and says, 15 tabs.
Done.
he throw the caps at you.
I throw back a small pooch of 15 tabs.
What are you
Thank
doing?
you, my good man.
I've not sold it yet.
I'm making a deal with another dealer. I'm buying.
Have a good day, sir. Have a good day.
Sir. You know.
And the little man disappear, pushing his cart.
Oh, there's a fan hat. Doesn't smell too.
Yes, it's pretty okay.
What do you think? What do you think?
I think we need to sell what we have so we can go back.
Yeah.
We can make more crickets.
Yeah. You mean tabs, not crickets.
No, you get tabs to make crickets.
You know,
Tabs
something wrong
equal
with you.
crickets.
you don't have to make boom boom every time. You know.
This is why we're together.
Why? So I can complain about your crickets?
No, so I do all the dirty work for you. He says that was stretching and yawning like.
Oh yeah. Well,
Nathaniel informs you guys that he figured out the place above your head. He says that the place is named Sibel's Gut Punch. It's a well-known place. Yeah, Cybele is the owner.
Okay.
And the homemade local drink is named Gut Punch. And yeah. So
Okay.
he just says that he heard about that place and never saw it with his own eyes. But if you want, he probably will go to there just to grab lunch and have food, and then go back to the
You
ship.
know that if I go into the room and there's John Nuttall and John Ish and John Booby, I'm gonna go crazy.
What you mean? What you mean?
To me. Anyway, Well, Nate, you want to stay with the stuff on the boat while me and Edwin go and see if we can find a buyer?
All right, all right.
And we're back, bring back something to eat. So,
On the condition that you do the talking, Brad.
I kind of look at Edwin. Yeah, sure, okay, I'll do it this time.
Okay, and Edwin, if you need to talk, please, best behaviors.
Yeah, I'm kind of not home here.
Please, man,
Yeah.
please.
I'm always on my best behavior.
That's what we're
I
saying.
know. That's why I'm saying this.
Uh, so we. Sorry.
There's a cart with wheels that you can borrow from the docks. It's one of the utility cart that everyone use. You
Okay.
can take your salvage and place it on the cart and just roll to the nearest buyer. There's probably a guild nearby who's buying everything the salvagers have to sell.
Okay.
It's probably very easy. Have you done this kind of activity before?
Well, I've done it with my other patrons, but never before
Okay,
here.
so make an intellect roll. Probably Nathaniel could be like an asset, so I'm gonna lower the difficulty.
I'll burn something here.
Okay. It's an intellect task. So, do you have any intellect edge?
No, so
So that's a full 3 points of intellect.
uh,
You're making effort.
yeah, I'll make an effort.
Is that it?
Scratching my head.
Okay.
So I'll drop the task. With a 5,
Okay.
do I get it or?
You still need. Oh, you rolled a 5. Okay, sorry. Yeah. You you end up not losing time. You push your cart. Edwin is following you. You take like an elevator to the upper levels, and once you're up there, you can see now a large, like, Old Mills is small now in your head.
Okay.
It's so huge. There's building everywhere. People in streets. There is streets. Yeah, you could take the wheelie chair. Wheelie chair. Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
well,
not?
yeah, those are extras.
Yes. I forgot about the chairs.
The chair can be
Uh,
sold. The cart is free.
yeah. Yeah. The cards are free. And you see the Sybil gut punch, but there's a lot of other stores, and you see a gun shop. You see
Guns.
like you see like a hardware store type of big store, and next to it you have guild signs. You see Salvager's flag in front of the door, flapping in the wind, and you see like a signs with I always forget that word. It's like a scale,
Yeah.
So universal symbol for trade, and you see like a small lines of salvagers with cards and stuff to sell,
Oh.
and you can see this big beard dude that is crouched on his guard and having a conversation with anyone who care. Like, yeah, and I went to this mountains, and I saw like I thought my imagination was going wild, but I thought I saw some kind of creature, and I said to my crewmates, well, maybe we should have that drink after all, and the other salvagers go, yes, the dangers of the above. You mean below? Yes, yes. Hey kids.
Hello.
You know it's supposed to be bedtime now. What are you doing so late?
Looking for some
I'm just
milk
kidding.
and cookies.
I'm just kidding, kids. Cookies. I haven't seen a cookies in years.
Well, we
If you
found
know a good
some.
place where I can buy cookies, just tell. I'd be glad to give you like a couple of tabs to it.
Eh, I'll take
I
notes.
remember, I remember those cookies before the last great sky battle. Oh man, they used to make those round black cookies with cream filling in between. They were delicious.
What did they call them?
I think it was Torrio or something like that. It
Huh.
was beautiful.
Folio.
Huh.
Olio, maybe. Yeah, that's right. Olio. You're right. They were so tasty.
Were there weight and tabs, I bet.
Yes, before the war it was quite uncommon, and now we don't see those anymore.
Well, at least there's something else to find.
Oh
Just,
yes,
just, just, just
and
tapping
it, and
the
you
crate.
and you see his answer is like yeah, and he's have a look at the Cyber gut punch like yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there are other pleasures in life, of course. So I never saw you guys there.
Nah, we're
Where
from
are you
Old Mill.
from?
Old Mill, the neighbor.
Oh man. Oh, it's a small atoll, right?
Yeah, just here in Avalon between.
Oh, I never went west. How is it? How things are down there?
Ah, tranquil. Ah,
It's very calm, eh?
yeah.
I figure. Yeah.
But it's homey. Yeah. But this is wow.
This. Oh yeah, it's kind of cozy. Yeah.
I mean,
Ever been to a Central Port?
well,
No,
I've been
that's some city, kid.
I've been to
That's a
Avalon.
big ass city, man.
I've been to the capital. That's impressive.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you've been there.
I did my service there. Well, anyway.
You served. You're so
Well,
young. It's impossible.
I did my cadet, but then they kind of cut uh, budget thing was told something like that. So
You
anyway,
never
No.
told me about this.
what did I serve?
Yeah,
I got my dog tags.
it's true. And he says that, and he kind of tucks his dog tags that are the two dog tags that are among the many necklaces that he's wearing and various trinkets, and he makes sure that they're not visible under his shirt. His little mini poncho.
Yeah, I did my whole academy thing, and after graduating, 1 month after they kind of cut us loose. So jobless, I went to Salvage. Eh, what do you want? It's economy and everything. The war being over for well, it's been over in detention, less important. So,
War is never over.
well, it is for us. Hasn't been war about since the Great War.
The
Anyway,
bearded men also show dog tags. I was like in I was in the Air Force. I work in them bomber.
yeah,
Yeah, that was a shit fest.
I could imagine. Yes, mine was.
Uh,
Yeah.
you guys heard about you heard you heard about those guys disappearing these days? It's kind of a worrying thought.
Are you referring to what was he saying then? Engineers and that thing? It's someone is kidnapping or anyway,
Yes.
engineer are disappearing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
Mr.
I know
Job
a
from.
crew. I know a crew lost their head engineer, and I thought, and we all thought that it was due to an accident in the world below that his head engineer disappeared on an errand. But now I'm starting to think maybe somebody followed them to the world below and just grabbed the guy.
Hmm. Well, from
Well,
the
at least that's what the captain said about. That's what he thinks happened.
hmm. Well, we've heard that rumor in Old Mill too from our job collector, and I don't know if the rumor came from here, but we've heard it in Old Mill also that people are disappearing, but not necessarily.
Maybe maybe it's that White Knight character who's
Yeah, do you know about that?
kidnapped
We've
some
heard.
people. I'm starting everything. Everything is maybe connected.
Huh. Why? Huh. Weird times we live in.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Pushing the cart.
Well, I hope you. I hope you. I wish you good luck, kid. You too, sir.
You too, man, Mister.
And Mace is the name. See you
Ace.
later.
Brad Ace.
Mace.
Mace.
Mace Luca, at
Mace.
your service.
Well, Mr. Mace, I'm Mr. Brad Ace. Nice to meet you.
Mr. Ace, I'm equally charmed to have met you. So he pushed his cart and go into the building, and you'll be next in a few minutes. You have a couple of minutes probably to spend time.
Chatting.
Yeah. Are you? And there are now salvagers behind you in the line. So are you
Nice
doing
fellow.
something special?
Well,
Anything special?
I'm talking to Edwin's and nice fellow.
Okay.
I don't trust nice people.
You know, you have lots of issues here, I think, with other people.
Not at all. You just don't see into the heart of humans enough.
Uh, well, okay, I'll give you that one. Oh.
Next.
Oh, yeah, so come here.
So yeah, you see an old lady with a young man working scales and handling tabs right and left.
Yeah.
They're very busy. You see, there's another door, another opening, and there's two lines, in fact, of salvagers coming to sell their findings, and it gives you the impression of you know when you're going to the horse racetrack, you have these little booths, taking tickets, and they have small windows to talk to you, and there's an opening, a large opening on the side with a door, a worker that takes your stuff and puts it into another cart. You see shelves of stock behind them, and employees working with ladders and placing I'm I'm searching my words. There's a huge warehouse behind them, and all kinds of people working to just place each item in their places, and and there's probably a large opening at the back with where people sell the stuff. So it's a continuing movement, continuing economy. This place probably never shuts down.
24/7.
Yeah, so the old lady is like nearly robotic. She takes your stuff. She asks her coworker to place your electronics on a scale. She weighed the thing. She consulted a book about how to the rates, the current rates of. In this place, you have no place nearly to for negotiations. It's too busy. It's like you take the money or you leave. It's that kind of a deal. You can probably take. You can probably find an independent buyer in some other parts of Central Port, but this place is like it's almost the fast food equivalent of selling your stuff. You should do it.
Damn it! We should have had Nate with us, but anyway. Let's see what.
So you had how many things to sell?
We had 10 electronic parts, 2 mechanical parts, and 2 wheelchairs. Well, 2 chairs with wheels.
Okay. So she would give you like let's see. She would give you like 50 tabs for your findings.
All of it?
Yeah.
Your customer. We can get.
Let me recheck that again.
He had 300 tabs last time.
Yeah, well, back home, yeah. Well.
Yeah, that'd be 50. It's pretty normal, I would say, because you made a light run. You just had some electronic parts. You didn't fill to the brim your boat.
Yeah.
And usually you can live off like 4 runs a month. So and you just came back from one before the adventure started. So you had like 2 runs in under a week. So it's pretty good money.
And when you should take it back or sell it back home, or
I'd say sell it back home. We may need to go for another run before we get back.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll take it, man.
Okay, so the electronic parts shift ends, and you receive.
Can we how can I say this? Specify what type of machinery it was taken from to help how can
you see the little lady said no, it's okay, it's fine. It looks like people will take care of that, and yeah, you don't need to specify.
Because we know what it is.
Yeah. So she push her buttons, and you see tabs falling into a little cup in front of you, like bling, 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 and she says next.
Well,
so you're on your way after that.
Well, that was kind of dry as a.
Yes.
Very dry. Very dry. No personality, no exchange. Like business, just business.
I miss home already.
We'll have to for our next trip out there. We'll have to bring stuff back to Old Mills to sell.
Yeah.
Have a better price for electronics.
Yeah. The problem is that we're gonna need to modify the boat if we want to take the heavy stuff. Damn it.
Yeah, it was a light run. You felt the need to get out of the Everdark after filling your first crate. You could have pushed for more, but it's one could not say anything about your
Well, it was the unknown.
careful. Yeah, it's an unknown place. It was an unknown place, and yeah, it was possibly dangerous.
And the guy did say it was a 7-man job.
He did. he didn't. Mr. Job didn't want to sold you that coordinate because he possibly knew about stuff and.
Yeah. Damn, Mr. Job.
So what are you guys doing now?
Well, I still have stabs left over from the last job, and I kind of fancy that gun shop over there.
Okay.
Seeing that we might encounter tubular things once again. Looking at Edwin. And it could be, finding you a weapon instead of those damn things.
All I need is crickets. Speaking of which, I will have to make some more.
Yeah. But like
perhaps more Molotov cocktails.
Edwin, if you're, this close with anything that you're fighting, you can't use your damn crickets. You're gonna need a knife or something. Knife can be thrown also. They're fun, they're light, they're intimidating. Like you did in the garage.
I'll only use crickets.
Ah, damn it.
As you approach the store,
yeah,
time seems to slow down as Edwin see at the back of the shop an ad on the wall pinned with tax, and the ad shows off what looks like grenade types and prices that were written over with a large marker. And you don't see the price, you don't see the value, but you see like all kinds of grenades, like cylindrical grenades, what looks like a concussive grenades. It's an ad, it's a paper ad tacked to the wall, but it's there and it grabs your attention, of course.
Edwin?
Being like the ultimate crickets.
Edwin's not even talking. He's
Edwin?
moving straight to the.
Hello? What's wrong?
So you enter the weapon shop. It's more like a general weapon shop with a gun signs over the door. Most of the weapons you will find here are mainly melee weapon, like a shovel that were sharpened as a pickaxe, a rusted saw blade, all kinds of stuff. But at the back of the shop, there is a specialty section. And there are ranged weapon on the walls, and needless to say, there is at least 3 guys armed to the teeth, watching people who comes in and out and frisking people and checking everyone. So you are frisked entering the shop by a huge black man with a shotgun in his back, two pistols at his side, and a machete. At his side, and he look at you and he routinely ask you like, "Do you have anything to declare? Do you have a hidden weapon?"
Just my wrench.
Hey, that's a good wrench. Next, start to frisk Edwin.
Just to make crickets.
Yeah, you'll have to leave them in the box here.
We'll take one cricket, the only one he has left, and put it in the box.
Okay.
too many.
All right. The shop is not too crowded. It's the beginning of the night, so there is some customers there, but it's less busy than the street outside. You have a man behind his counter, and he's like tapping his fingers on the counter. Look at you with a smile. You have like he's balded. You have a bald head, but at the back of his head have long white hair, and you have the colonel mustache, like twisty. He's tapping his finger
like the guy on your picture, the big mustache.
even more crazier looking.
Oh, okay.
He's like in a tank top with suspenders, and of course his shirt is all soiled and all dirty.
Hello, my good man.
Hello, my good sir. Can I help you?
Well, for myself, I'm looking for some type of range weapon.
Oh, are you looking like for something mechanical? Something more like a maybe? And he look at you like he's a kid. Maybe like a small arms.
Well, anything that I can properly use in corridors and something that can running like that.
I have just the thing.
Okay.
He takes something behind his counter and puts something on the counter. It's a small pistol, and he says, "I have here is the 9mm cricket. It's very cool, it's very handy. It's easy to draw, and you can use it in small corridors."
Huh. How much of a punch are we talking about here?
Well, that one is one of them entry points weapon. It's about 40, 50 tabs if you buy some ammo with it.
Okay. I can have a can I touch it or?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So
it's not loaded, of course.
So but of course. So I take it and with Bubba at the door. Yes, we sell a loaded gun. So I take it in my hand and use my mechanical skills and knowing machinery to see the quality of what I'm holding.
It's a nice piece. It's well maintained, well oiled, and it has a super logo on the side says cricket. It's kind of funny since your friend is
using cricket.
Is really like yeah, it's a cricket, 9mm cricket, and the logo looks like an authentic logo from back then.
Yeah.
And take a normal pistol with a fairly long barrel and cut the barrel in half. It's a very small pistol, easy to hide and unmodified. It doesn't look like someone tempered or modified the weapon. It looked like
it's authentic.
Basically, yeah, it's authentic.
In damage value, what are we talking about?
Well, it's a small weapon, so it's 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage.
But
it's
when you are using this weapon, like any light weapon, the difficulty to attack someone goes down by 1 level. Yeah. Because it's so maneuverable and easy to use.
Yeah. Ah, hell, I'll take it. For 40.
What? 40, just the handgun, and if you would like some ammo to go with it, let's say 50 for a small box of 20 rounds.
20 rounds. It's a 5-shooter or a 6-shooter.
It's let's say it's we'll say 10 just for the ease of it. But you have a small magazine.
Okay, it's a magazine under it. Okay.
Yeah, it's a small magazine, and the magazine seems to work. The spring on in the magazine seems to have a good traction, a good strength.
Oh,
So
okay,
for
here.
50 tabs, you will be well equipped.
Oh, I take out my 90 tabs and put it on
90?
well, it's 50 plus or
No, it's just
oh
50 to the
okay
whole deal.
okay
Yeah,
50.
yeah.
So that's 50.
So it's a 9mm cricket.
Cricket. Hey, look, Edwin, I got a
Hey,
cricket
look,
too.
I got a cricket too.
Edwin's just staring at the far wall, just trying to see if he can buy some grenades.
Um,
Yeah, you see prices like 100, 200,
oh,
300, but it looks like they have a selection not like visible on the wall. It's just a paper ad with some writings on it. But since they have crossed some of the grenades to show off unavailability, it does mean that they have probably some grenades to sell in the store in these price range.
I would like to buy grenades. It just goes straight up to them. And he
Okay,
farts.
the man behind the counter turn his attention towards you. And you would like maybe to buy something more serious, I believe.
well, my friend said grenades, if that's what he said.
Oh, I didn't have. You know, I had some problem with my ears, and I lost part of my hearing in the last Great Sky Battle, like many vets. Excuse me, sir.
What did you say? My hearing is not what it used to be.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I was saying exactly the same things.
Oh,
So the man takes out a catalog, like a small book, start to flip the page, and he show you like, no, he start to list what you have in stock. Like, we have 2 of those, we have 3 of those, the concussion, this one, we don't have anymore. It used to be very popular, but very hard to find now. This one is a smoke grenade. We don't have it anymore. And he goes and he basically via the catalog is showing you what they got in store.
cheap. Something he could fix and turn into crickets.
That would be probably like empty grenades or dods or fake grenade, practice grenade. Maybe they have some of those, but it's not in the catalog. He's just showing you like live ones, and all are not cheap.
I don't want. Where are the dogs? The duds.
Oh, you mean he points toward a bucket of spare parts. Yeah. Oh, you mean those? Oh, you have empty shells in there and probably some used old pins and old mechanism. Oh, you're into. By any chance, would you be like a weapon maker?
He fiddles.
You take out the bucket, place it in front of you. You can buy these by the weight. Just buy spare parts and just buy it by the weight.
Are you happy?
1 kilo. Old tapes.
1 kilo. Okay. It's 10 tabs per kilo.
I'll take 2 kilos.
Okay. So you select your parts. You just weight it by hands, like doing like simple addition in his head, and he give you like a good 2 kilos of spare parts to make basically grenades in the future. So you have pins, empty shells, fuse, mechanism, and all kinds of little bits, grenade bits. You'll have to probably be inventive, but that is your way. You'll find a way to.
That's what he will be doing in his room tonight, and pretty much every night until he has replenished his proper supply of briquettes.
And as you're doing your transaction, you see like a small poster card pinned on the wall, and it's like a soldier in green uniform, a green uniform with a helmet, a military helmet. There is a smoke around him, and the pose is very heroic. The guy is throwing a grenade. And there's a date under the photograph. It's like 1973 or something like that. It's a very old photo, color all washed up. But the pose strike you like this guy is doing the shit. He's doing some explosive shit.
He was being shot at when he was throwing the grenade.
Yes, this guy's a hero.
Edwin?
So the deal is done, and you can be on your way.
As we get out of the store, I kind of look at Edwin. Edwin?
Yes,
You got a big smirk on your face, you know?
your point.
You seem to be happy.
That is only temporary.
Oh, okay. Well, looks good on you anyway. Anyway. So,
Says
okay, go ahead.
his smile turns into his normal demeanor of just kind of staring off wistfully into the distance.
And it's gone. Well, let's go and check on Nate and give him the lowdown on what we got. And then after that, food. See how much punch that sponge has upstairs. What do you think?
I think I need to sleep.
Well, that too, but okay.
So you return to the boat. Nathan is doing some chores, wiping again wiping the floor of the boat, dusting the boat, oiling some parts, and then talking to himself. Yeah, we'll need some more oils. Started to miss. Oh, guys, you're back. You're back.
So 50 tabs. I give him the bag.
I had a nice conversation with other salvagers.
Oh.
It looks like it will be a good year.
Good year as in what?
Well, a good year. Like the crops are growing good in parts of Avalon.
Yeah.
The food is not so bad. Yeah, it's pretty. Pollution is not so big of a deal this year, and looks good. Future looks good, my friend.
So, boss, here's the 50 tabs we got from the chairs and the electronics. Kind of slim, but we didn't push for anything more.
You take the tabs and go into his little corner on the boat, little office, and place the tabs into a little
Safe.
little safe, and we'll enter some numbers into his book, his Salvager books, and leaving you guys do your own stuff.
So, Nate, what do you think? Well, in my opinion, the what was it called? The MRI machine would weigh about what? 1 to 2 tons or less than that. So would the boat be able to lift that, or would? I'm asking Seb if.
Oh, You're trying to evaluate
Yeah,
the
but
weight of the machine.
yeah, the weight of the machine and the capability of the barge we have.
Okay. You,
You?
as the wise man said once, you will need a bigger boat.
Ah, okay. No, it's not just the winch. We need something bigger, stronger than what we have. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Well, okay. Anyway, we knew once we found the generator, that thing's as big as at least as big or half as heavy as the generator. So
Okay.
we do need a bigger engine, bigger boat.
You see smoke coming out of the cabin,
Okay.
and you see Nathaniel coming out of the cabin, wobbling on his feet, like, guys, and he
What?
fall unconscious to
Nate?
the floor. Fred, would you accept the GM intrusion?
I look at Edwin. Should I? I'll take it.
Take it. All right. So that's 1 XP for you, Chippy, and 1 for Fred. There's a girl, a pirate girl, who was hidden on the top of your boat, getting out of a tarp, landing in front of you, Brad, and say, "Hi, Brad," and she pushes you off the boat, and you fall off the boat.
Fuck yeah!
Then Mrs. Fix just turn around, wave at Edwin, and she jump off the boat too, and both are falling off the atoll like, and disappear into the black sky, leaving Edwin all alone. And there's still smoke coming out of the cabin, and the smoke have an acrid smell to it.
Chemical factory. He goes quickly into the cabin and he opens it up.
Yep, a huge puff of the stuff goes into the air. You see, like it's irritating to the eyes and the nose and the respiratory tract. It's like there's something to this gas or smoke. You can hear Nathaniel on the floor, like coughing, like.
I'll try to leave it to air out, and I'll pull Nathaniel out.
Okay.
And as I do that, if I can get some water and try to pour it to douse the chemical factor, which I'm assuming is going off. Start doing that.
Okay. You don't have so much of water on the boat, but you can spend like the canister or the recipient of your clean water to splash on the cabin. Maybe you could roll an intellect roll to see how you could. Basically, you want to clean the air of the cabin, right?
Correct.
Okay, so roll an intellect.
17.
17.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, splashing water maybe wouldn't be a bad idea, but you figure out pretty quickly that there's probably like a canister smoke grenade or some kind of smoke grenade that was recently bought from a nearby shop, still spinning, still spinning on the floor. You could probably like pick it up and throw it off the boat to finally clear the cabin eventually.
That's what I'll do.
Okay. So yeah, you need to enter the cabin for that.
I will do that.
So as soon as you enter the cabin, you need to roll a might roll.
15.
15. So of course you close your eyes, you hold your breath, you enter the cabin, and you start looking with your hand, just looking with your sense of touch. You're trying to find the smoke canister, smoke grenade, and it's not instantaneous. You you know the cabin by heart, but trying to find an object, a foreign object on the floor, takes quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
But you finally find the smoke grenade canister thing with your hand. You still hear its sound of filling the cabin with some kind of gas. You open the nearest window and you just throw the canister off the boat, and now the cabin can now start to have some fresh air, and you go out the cabin and open your eyes and start to breathe, but of course you cough a little. Yeah.
Brad! Go out to the edge of the boat.
Nathaniel is what about Brad?
Yeah, what about...
Nathaniel, what's going on?
She kicked him off the boat.
What?
Brad! I go to the edge of the boat.
Okay. Roll intellect again. Perception task. Eight. All you see is black.
Brad!
Nathaniel is still on the floor, but now he have this look of shock on his face, like, oh my God, Brad! Oh God! So what do you do, Edwin?
Grab a light and start searching and start calling out, Brad!
Okay, you can do another perception check, but this one needs to have an effort on it, since it's a retry or a sustained effort. You need to do an effort this time.
All right. 4.
The tranquil black sky beneath you reminds you how fragile life is.
I cannot find him. I go to Nathaniel and I just, not again.
Not again.
Not again.
Not again. At this point, probably Nathaniel goes into the cabin and commands you or suggests you to unhook the boat, and he will try maybe to. He's starting the boat.
Alright, I'll do just that. I'll go out and try to unhook the boat, and yes, of course.
And Nathaniel, who is pretty good at piloting the boat, just like he make a rapid descent, and it forces you to grab a part of the boat, because the boat is near falling. Like, Nathaniel is not messing around with his crew, so he's probably like dropping the Levity shell effect to like, let's say 10%, so the boat is almost falling. And he lights off the spotlights, and you go on you go search for your friend. You could still roll again perception, but again that would be you would need an effort.
Since I haven't rested yet, that would put me at Ability, not ability. That would put me at
Okay,
impaired.
Impaired. Okay, you can you can you can refuse to do that. Just operating the minimal stuff on the boat.
Well, we
I
did
mean,
have half a day to get there, so we could have rested at least a day. So
was it?
That is true. That is true.
Okay, cool then.
It took half a day at least.
you're not
I
as
will.
weak as you think you are.
Yes, let's do a.
Perception, all of my effort. Here we go.
Yeah.
3.
3. Did you roll a d6 for your recovery?
Oh, D6.
You probably had a recovery roll, or a couple of recovery rolls.
Yeah,
you could use.
A couple.
Yeah.
Yep. So basically, all those points were just spent.
Okay. So again, nothing. You search the black skies under you with spotlights, with the boat falling, losing altitude at a pretty dangerous speed, and you hold on to it, to this unnamed boat, and swivel the spotlight trying to find, and Nathaniel is looking with his eyes and having his hands on the control, and a foot under a crate just not to fall, and the boat is shaking and you're losing some tiny bits, and still nothing in the air. At this point, the desperation grow in the if only Brad had some kind of a parachute or harness, sky harness, security harness, maybe that could have slowed his fall, but it seems unlikely at this point. But still, Nathaniel does not give up. He just don't.
Need to head back.
He answers you with I cannot do that.
What good is there looking if we don't know where?
But stay there for half a minute, looking in the empty space, hands on the control, and slowly he activated more and more the levity shell, and the boat stop his fall slowly and become like buoyant or neutral, and everything stops, and Nathaniel is like in shock and look into the sky. What did you saw? What happened? I saw smoke, started having difficulty to breathe. I got out, and then you scream, and there was... What happened?
Pirate.
What?
The girl. Pirate.
Not the pirate. Girl? The same!
See.
So he's like, doesn't know what to say to that. He doesn't know. It's like one of those situations where you cannot comprehend what happened. He's like that. He's like gazing into the sky, like trying to figure out how it's possible. So Fred.
Yes.
You basically fell like you never fell before. A long fall,
Shit.
and at some point you landed on something smooth, but
What?
something that left a 4 points of damage mark all over your body in the
Ow.
form of a net marks all over your skin.
Ow.
And then next to you landed another body. And after that initial shock of being captured by this net, there were hands places over your mouth, and at least two men like manhandling you, like grappling you, like doing like a neck.
I'll do this one. I'll bite at least a finger.
Okay, you're being punched into the face right after that for 1 point of damage. Pound! And then you hear like a feminine voice doing like, "Careful, careful, not the face. He's still young." And then you figure out that you're on some kind of huge platform that has at least 10 men, and they like put a blanket over you and try to cover you, and everyone go shh, 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 shh. And there's a boat passing you by, and and it's very dark. There's no light on the platform, and everyone should. And every time you start to scream or talk, there's somebody like giving you a knee into the side, like. And the pirate girl is like, shh, 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 almost done, almost done. There we go, they're going away. Okay, maneuver back, retreat, full rear ahead. And the other guys are like, shut up, we know what we're doing. You pirate, go over there. You done your piece. You have your money. Shut up. And then the platform, you sense the platform like going backwards, and then veer away, and then taking some speed, but slow speed. And then you see like the lights of the atoll like going away, like you're moving away, probably like east towards the Everdark or the Long Rift. And after maybe 15 minutes, they let you out of the blanket and says like, sit here. And lights are put on the ship. You start to figure out where you're at.
Okay.
And you see this man with a giant mechanical hand staring at you. And you have a cigar, and you can see the smoke coming out of a cigar. And behind him is a lady with pink hair. And she goes like, you promised you wouldn't hurt him, right? You remember that?
Yeah, remember that.
And the giant man just nod in agreement.
So it's I kind of. Okay. So what did I do, and when did I do it?
The man does a step towards you, then he does another one, but this one does a clank on the floor, and he proceeds to do 4 more of these steps, each one going step, clunk, step, clunk. And he lowers his face a little bit, kneeling just a little to have a conversation with a kid. And he says it plainly. He says, I heard you had some advanced technical abilities. Now, if this is true or not, I don't give a damn. You will start to work for me, and you will live. Otherwise, the other choice is the plank. You can just jump right off now and be done with it.
Okay.
You won't be paid. You will be fed. You will receive no answers. But you will live. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, I understand. Very little, but I understand what you're saying.
Behind him is the girl with pink hair, who have this concerned look, like, I'm sorry, like, I'm very sorry. But she doesn't say it, but it's like apparent. And the pirate girl is just ignoring you, like counting her tabs, like counting money.
I give it the stare, Jean. I give the stare, Jean. When next we meet, you're gonna be. Your ass is mine.
Yeah, she doesn't look at you, like she's just counting money, like she's happy to have made a good deal.
So, imagine that it's the room that it's the cabin, or
there's a small cabin on one side of this giant platform, but it's mostly empty space.
Okay.
There's these platforms are very unforgiving, like weather-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need. You can see hammocks, you know, sleeping arrangement that are like pinned under the platform.
Yeah.
People are sleeping like with the blue underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no so much cabin on this platform. It's just basically a giant rectangle of metal beams and nets and planks and winches and all kinds of machinery.
So
one of the you would need a boat like that.
Yeah, we would. So I just have to work for you and get food.
Correct.
And ask no question at all.
It's exactly like that.
Or I just have to jump, as you said.
Be my guest.
Okay. So I start to run towards the.
You start to run?
Yes.
And everyone's like, huh. Wait. Everyone's tried to, the crew tried to start to grab you and prevent you for doing that. So make an initiative against the crew.
I have a danger sense, so I have a plus, my minus.
Yeah, that should do it. Braider's crew is like level 3, so you could drop it to level 2 with the danger sense. Yeah.
Ah!
A speed-based danger sense.
I'll spend an XP because the damn dice it was.
Oh.
Clear and reroll.
That's a shame.
Reroll, you damn computer. Reroll. Ah, better.
Better. Okay, so basically you can go and make your move before the crew.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna have a look at Braider himself, and he would have initiative before you. And you had a 12, right?
Yes.
You've beaten Mrs. Pink just barely.
Barely.
And Mrs. Fix, you
She's counting.
so it's up to Braider 41 to do something before you. Okay, he's gonna shoot one of his heavy revolver in your leg, preventing you from running, maybe. So you hear like a behind you.
What? Okay.
Maybe he was lying after all.
Yes, he was.
So that would be a speed defense against a,
Revolver.
let's see, level 5.
Ah! What do I have up my sleeve? Well, I haven't got much, but I'll use at least an effort.
Okay, bring it down to 4.
So this 14. Any advice, Edwin? What do I have as a skill?
That one is very much a guarded man, not so much for an advice giver,
Sensei.
unless I'm mistaken.
Oh yeah. Here we go. I've got pretty much a bucket of XP to burn, so.
That's your choice.
Okay.
It's
I
by
need- I
2.
I need a 12, huh?
Yeah.
One last roll and clear. Yes! So there's a big chunk of wood that lifts them between my legs.
All right. So now it's your action. You're like running, and somebody's shooting at you. The crew is running after you.
As
The
I'm
edge
running,
of the platform is coming your way. Yes.
do I see small things like bullets or some? Because Pinky's here. Is her bullet there or anything that?
You mentioned that you had some XP to burn.
Yeah.
Would you like to have some, I don't know, medium-term benefit?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna burn that shit to the ground. So I'm not gonna keep it.
For a medium-term benefit for 2 XP, you could make that happen, yes? Is that okay with you, or?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see her bullet dangling on the side of the platform right in front of you.
I jump for freedom. And I don't even look. I just jump on it and kick the moorings and don't even start. So I just fall with.
Okay, so you want to just fall with the bullet, and
Yeah.
you'll figure out
On the way.
something on the drop.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Let's see. To do that, you'll need a speed. It's like an agility task, but it's linked to piloting.
Yeah.
So since Brother is still aiming at you, that will be level 5, but you have your skills in piloting that would drop it to 3.
Oh, we lost. Houston, we lost. We have to pay.
He'll be back. He'll be back.
I got an 8.
Okay. So that means to me that it will not be instantaneous. So it will take a round, an extra round to do that. So you're trying to, like, probably the bullet is fixed quite solidly to the platform. So maybe not. You just don't have one rope to unleash, but 2. So you unleash the first one, and there's a crewmate jumping into you, like trying to grab you still.
Yeah.
So he jumped on the bullet, grabbed you, and tried to punch you in the face. So you'll have to defend at least against that guy before trying again.
So
So you can parry, dodge,
I'll
or
block.
accept the blow.
But I'll use my skill and block
Block,
with,
right?
with my
Oh,
my yeah, my skill, my so I block it with my cross cross my
your
arms.
your
Yeah.
ability. It's an explorer ability.
Yep, it's called
Block.
block speed 3. Automatically blocks any melee attack.
Yeah. Just for your information in the
Yes.
future, this ability is mentioned. You need an action to initiate.
Ah.
So typically, you're loading that. You're spending an action to ready yourself, and then within within the next minute, if
Oh, you can
somebody
block
came your
anything.
way, you
Oh.
block it. So it's
Okay.
not a reaction roll
Oh,
or
okay.
something like that. But I'll allow it. If you're
So
willing to spend three speed points, yeah, sure.
so as we're struggling on the bullet with my last feet, I'm gonna kick the last mooring, and we're gonna go for a ride.
Yep. You drop.
With the guy.
When the guy see you do that, he jump back to the platform, and the bullet falls, and you can see him jump, and he grabs the ledge of the platform and look at you falling with the bullets, and you can see Brader coming on the edge, and he's pointing down his revolver, and he's having one last shot at you, like BAM! And it's a big ass revolver, like oversized and
like only
blam!
only he could use.
Yeah. So you need another speed roll. You cannot block this one. It's
2. How much damage?
8.
What?
It's an 8 points of damage.
What? Well, okay. The flight jacket's gonna block 1.
Okay.
So it's gonna be 7.
And the rest goes off into your chest in a searing pain.
Oof.
And now you start having blurry vision, and you spin with the bullet going down.
As I'm going down, I do all my reflex and strap the belt to the bullet, and
Okay.
with bloody fingers, I start finding the switch to start the start the engine.
You're pretty much in complete darkness in an unfamiliar bullet cockpit.
That's no problem. I just
Trying to
I just lower my night vision goggles and turn them on and look
collect.
with a blooded gun.
You section through me again.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Okay. Make a piloting roll. I would make that difficult, but you have you're specialized, so that will be level 2 difficulty.
And night vision goggle.
Yeah. Okay. Make that a level 1. All right. All right. So you start the engine, and yeah, you fly away. I'm gonna ask Edwin to make a perception check again, but this time with no effort, just passive activity.
14.
14.
Yep.
All right. At one point, you heard some thunder in the background. Probably thought it was like an oncoming storm, but then you hear this motor going alive, very noisy motor, and then you see a small light, and you see something like flying and doing some zigzag, and you figure out that it's a flying bullet or boat or maybe a tracer, another kind of ship that is used for speed and agility.
Turn to Nathan.
And it's
Do you think?
and it's the only thing in the surroundings in the sky, so it's the only thing worth looking for.
You don't think it could be, could you? Turning to Nathan.
Nathan is still in shock. He's like, nothing would be surprise me more. And you see this tiny bullet coming your way. And the bullet, the bullet, it start to get visible, especially if you point a spotlight on it. And you see Brad coming your way on the top of a bullet, bleeding, but like coming like a comet, like.
So slow motion. I kind of pass them, but I'm kind of hanging over to on the way.
Half asleep.
And I'm kind of tunnel vision, and I'm only trying to see the light of the city, since we're not that far.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna give you both 1 XP just for good roleplay reward.
And I'm going to try to land it in the market square.
Oh, you're going back?
Oh,
okay.
I want people around me. I don't.
Okay.
Because I'm.
So,
just to say, I'm at 0 of might, so I'm just barely hanging on. So it's going. I'm going.
You're impaired.
Yes.
Okay. So
I'm
basically,
bleeding a lot.
Yeah, it means that you're like. Did Edwin is do Edwin is impaired too?
Not yet. He's 1 point
Not
away. I'm too sad. He needs that rest.
Yeah. So effort. Yeah, we ignore major and minor effect on a special roll. Roll of 17 or more deal just 1 more point of damage, and any effort could cost 1 extra points in this state. So Fred, I would ask you normally a roll to do that, but since you have 2 levels, you're specialized in piloting and have goggle, it's a routine task. So even if you're like landing like a half, and since you pay for that bullet in a medium short-term benefit, probably the blast, the gunshot that followed probably damaged the bullet. So you land.
It went through me.
You land like in the same street as the trader's hub and the
yeah, I kind of I scrape it on the ground and
straight on the ground like
and fly
and
pieces fly,
then the bullet just die and yeah.
So I just bleed on the control panel and
and lay there.
Yeah.
Okay. Probably Nathaniel have turned the ship over. Doc in an emergency fashion. Edwin probably got out first, and your friend probably are with you like 2 minutes later. There's still people in the street like trying to help you, like slapping you in the face, like, "Hey boy, are you okay, boy?"
Yeah, with blood, with a bullet wound.
A big, huge bearded man, like, "Hey son,
help."
You remember me? What happened to you? Tell me.
I got shot.
Shot. Whom? Who shot at you?
They're called the bombers. The guild that's the
Fusioneers.
Fusioneer.
Oh.
Fusion
Edwin
here.
is on the scene. Edwin just arrives and sir.
I grabbed
Is this-
I grabbed the big man with the beer. The Fusioneers are the one that steal engineers. Unconscious.
What? Brad! So somebody called for the night crows. People are lifting Brad to bring it to some healer. Did we just lost Edwin?
No, Edwin.
Brad! Brad! And we'll probably end the game here for today.
What?
With the revelation of the Fusioneer being one of kidnapped technicians, Brad bleeding, possibly a little damage. And
It's gonna leave a scar.
We need about a week's worth of rest so we can get all of our points
Oh,
back.
Just for equilibrium, I would give the scene to Chepe, because for you, Fred, the chapter is like ending maybe with a blackout, like you've been through hell or through some tough situation.
Thinking you could die from falling, then not falling, and then being threatened, and then being shot. Yes.
Yes. So so we'll turn to Edwin. What Edwin would do in this situation?
As Edwin walks up, his ponytail's behind him. You can see that there's a lot of parts that were once in a bucket that have been scraped around and scattered about on the bow of his deck, and some of those parts are now still falling out of his coat. He'll walk up to the man who is next to Brad. What did he say? What did he say?
The bearded man just turns and says, he said that the Fusioneer are the ones who captured technicians. And he has this heavy expression on his face, like, this is a serious accusation.
Next time I won't leave their boat intact. He turns and he walks back to the boat. Ponytail whistling behind him, and he grabs hold of a triangle, a medallion, and under his breath, Pirate.
Is he doing? Is he doing what I think he will do? Like start building?
Start building a lot of crickets, as many as he can.
That would work for me as an ending, like a montage of Edwin building like all kinds of explosive device and having a vengeance on his face, maybe.
a bigger one, a big cricket, the father of all cricket.
On the side of the boat.
Yeah, go ahead.
Look up at Nathan in the middle of it. What do you think of the name Acer?
How do you spell that?
Acer. Acer.
Acer. Yeah, that sounds okay. But I would like to have Brad's vote on it, since he's alive, you know.
For now.
Yeah, I thought we had lost him. That would be okay, but I would kind of...
He kind of have a tear on his eye.
Yeah.
He's an emotional guy.
The least he can do is have his opinion on the name of the boat.
I thought it would be perfect to name it after him.
But that's a good name. That's a good name. And with
So
that, we... Yeah. You can
He just
have
focuses
as many-
back on his crickets.
And with that, we end this episode.
This epic chapter in the story.
This epic chapter in the Salvage skies. Life is not easy. So thanks for playing the game. We'll see if we do the game next week. Fred, you can't, correct?
Not sure. I'm gonna give you my answer on Monday because I haven't seen the worksheet that.
Matthew could probably be with us, so if we have 2 players, we might do it as well. But since Brad is like very injured, that would be a good time to
Yeah. Spending some time spending some time in the hospital with the policeman and the nurses and the bat. The bat.
All right, so I'm gonna call it. Thanks for watching. We had some viewer. See you later.
Bye.